Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? My goodness, let me get over to my live chat. Welcome, Wiggleworm. Welcome to the coffee family. Hey, Miss Jones, Melanie, Wiggleworm. It is Stacy, Sapphire, Cindy Hill, Charlie Girl Says, Colleen. Good morning. Someone just opened my door up. Bubby. My schnauzer comes in here and he just pushes the door open. AC Mint Shoes, good morning. Yes, thank God it's Friday. Gosh, my head feels like funny this morning. It's like foggy again. I guess it's that blood pressure medicine. Hey, Cheryl T, good morning. Speaking of medicine, I've got to get my other medicine from the pharmacy today. They didn't have it ready yesterday, and it took forever, and I had been gone a long time, and I needed to get home to the dog, so I was like, I'll pick it up tomorrow. Anyhow, this morning we're going to be talking about Lady Gaga's Dogwalker was shot in the chest. 2 of Lady Gaga's dogs were stolen. She's offering a $500,000 reward. No questions asked for their safe return. We're going to watch that video. And then I found a good article about the dog walker. The guy's name is Ryan Fisher, and he's like a professional dog walker. He's like a fancy-wancy dog walker, y'all. This is so sad. What's going on with kidnapping these French bulldogs? 2 months ago in San Francisco, Chloe, a French bulldog, was stolen. Her owner was walking her. Her owner actually bent down to pick up some of Chloe's mess, clean that up, and 2 men jump out of this white vehicle. One of them punches her in the nose. They have a gun and takes Chloe at gunpoint. They've still not found that little dog. She's just a puppy. She wasn't but a few months old. There's like a dog napping ring going on. For real, they're stealing these fancy dogs. Anyways, the FBI is investigating this because Lady Gaga performed at President Biden's inauguration. So the FBI is involved. They think maybe it could be connected. Maybe someone's pissed off that she performed at the inauguration. Maybe killing the dog walker was a message to scare Lady Gaga. You know what? Thank God the dog walker is alive. In critical condition, but they got him, stabilized. He's alive. Okay, let's take a look at this. Y'all know if there's something about animals in the news, I'm going to be talking about it. Hey, this is big news. This is crazy. My niece, her hubby bought her a French bulldog when she graduated nursing school. She's already rehomed it. He paid about $3,000 for that dog. Kid you not. Okay. It says TMZ has obtained surveillance camera footage showing a disturbing scene at Lady Gaga's dog walker was ambushed by gunmen who shot him before taking off with the 2 French bulldogs. I'm telling you what, this car right here looks very similar to the car that was involved in the dog napping in San Francisco. We'll pull up that article and take another look at it. Okay. It says Ryan Fisher was walking three dogs on Wednesday night when assailants shot him and stole two of the dogs. According to TMZ, the homeowner whose surveillance camera captured the incident shared the footage after Lady Gaga said she wanted to make it public in order to help identify the suspects who are still at large. And Lady Gaga is not even in the country right now. I think she's in Italy. The disturbing video shows a white sedan pull up to a sidewalk where Fisher is walking with three dogs. Two individuals get out of the vehicle and yell, "Give it up," while an apparently stunned Fisher cries out for help. During the struggle, one of the suspects shoots Fisher, reportedly in the chest, and he is seen collapsing while screaming he has been shot. Now, this is graphic, guys. Let's do a full screen. Okay. There he is walking. I wish they'd take that TMZ off there. Damn. There's one of the dogs makes it. Okay. The neighbors do come out there and help him, and of course, 911 is called, and they do have him stabilized. He's in serious condition, but he's stable. Okay. Goes on to say, TMZ earlier reported that Fisher is expected to recover, though there have been conflicting reports on the seriousness of his injuries. It is unclear if he remains hospitalized Thursday. Yeah, he's still in the hospital. As previously reported, Lady Gaga has offered a $500,000 reward for the safe return of her dogs. According to TMZ, she is currently in Rome, Italy. The dog's name is Calgie and Gustav. I think that's how you say it. Gustav, maybe? Maybe it's pronounced Gustav. Okay, I want to share something else with y'all. We're going to look at the dog walker here. He seems like a really nice guy. He moved from New York to LA just so that he could walk Lady Gaga's dogs. For real. And he was getting ready to get out of the dog walking business. He's some kind of artist. Let's read and see. Lady Gaga's dog walker would literally lay down his life for the dogs he cared for, says a friend. So would I. I would for any animal. I really would. While authorities have not named Lady Gaga's dog walker, who was critically wounded during an armed robbery on Wednesday night, a close friend and former client of the animal handler has publicly identified the injured man as Ryan Fisher and says he would literally lay down his life for those in his care. Fisher, who previously walked dogs in New York, moved to Los Angeles about 4 years ago, specifically to walk Lady Gaga's canine pets. Dr. Fred Pescatore told Entertainment Tonight. He was incredibly close to them, incredibly, Pescatore said of the 30-year-old's relationship with the dogs. I mean, he would do anything for them. Oh, there's a cute picture of Fisher with all the dogs. Look how cute they are. It's just heartbreaking, and I know he must have been absolutely trying to protect them. Pescator, whose own dog had been walked by Fisher for 7 years in New York, said he would literally lay down his life for any one of our dogs. And I certainly hope that that was not the case this time. Describing Fisher as amazing at his job, Pescator added that the dog walker really took care of those dogs like they were his children. And they were. I mean, he was unbelievably kind gentleman. He was actually really an artist. And he was actually leaving the profession in just a few months. He was wrapping up his gig with Gaga and leaving to go do his artist thing, Pescator said. And there is a really cute video here. And this video actually has Calgie and Gustav um, in it, the two dogs that was stolen. We'll watch that. Let me unplug my mic. Okay, I'm going to unplug it so it wouldn't robot. I hope y'all can hear this.
This is an important day to remember that on this day of Ash Wednesday, it's a reminder that we are from the stars. We are from the stars, and from the stars we were made. And from the stars we shall return. And so in
This is cute.
is a remembrance of both life and death, and to take into account what is it that we want out of life? What is it that in this short period where between when we were stars and when we will return to stardust and become stars again, what do we do in this life? So let us take that into account. I know it's a little baggy, but you know, it's what I could do with it's what I could do in the moment. So that's it.
And they all wait their turn.
You know, from the stars we come, to the stars we shall return.
Well-trained dogs.
From the stars.
My dogs could never sit that still.
Sit, please. Great. I'm doing a great. From the stars we come, to the stars we shall return.
So the white one and the brown one is the one that was dog napped. The two that was dog napped.
Sit, please. And Asia, from the stars we come.
Asia got away.
To the stars we shall. Oh, that's a cute part. To the stars we shall return. Wait, sit. Wait. There we go. To the stars we shall return.
That's so cute. That was so cute, guys. I had to share it with you guys. I can't see the chat. I'm hoping y'all heard that. Let's go on to see what it says. Gaga's dogs were stolen around 9:40 p.m. on Sierra Bonita Avenue in Hollywood, during which Fisher was shot critically wounded. We know that. Okay, so a rep for Lady Gaga, who is currently in Italy, confirms the victim was the singer's dog walker, and the two dogs were her French bulldogs, Calgie and Gustav. And she is offering a $500,000 reward for information. I'm going to look at the chat a second, and then I'm going to pull up this article about the FBI investigating. Then I want to show y'all the article from a couple months ago. I'm telling you, I'm thinking this could be the same suspects that stole that dog, Chloe, at gunpoint in San Francisco. I'm really thinking that. Of course, it could be unrelated, but it's such a coincidence. It's the same type of vehicle. It was a white vehicle. There was a couple people in the vehicle. Okay, hold on. Right Here it is. Let me look at the chat a second. Traumatized dogs now. Yeah, I mean, just think how violent these people are. I mean, they shot someone in the chest over dogs. This was a planned attack. They probably knew he walked those dogs every evening at that time. Because most people have a routine for their animals. He's a professional dog walker, so you know he had a routine. Call him up. We'll listen. Okay, let me go over here and share this. As soon as I read this, I was like, oh my God, the same thing happened in San Francisco. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it could be the same people. Okay, FBI reportedly joins investigation into Lady Gaga dog theft due to concern attack was politically motivated. You've got to be kidding me. It could be, who knows? I don't think so. Okay. After the singer's two French bulldogs were kidnapped at gunpoint on Wednesday, the FBI is reportedly working on the case due to the concern that the violent attack was politically motivated since Lady Gaga performed at President Biden's inauguration back in January. I just want to say I love Lady Gaga in American Horror Story. She plays such a bad character, like a bad person. She's good at it. She's good at it. Lady Gaga is high profile, of course, but she sang at President Biden's inauguration, which takes this case to another level, a source told The Sun. The FBI wants to know exactly what motivated this incident. Lady Gaga's dog walker, Ryan Fisher, was walking her pups, Gustav and Calgie, and Miss Asia, on North Sierra Bonita Avenue on Wednesday when he was attacked around 9:40 p.m. After attempting to fight off his assailants, Fisher was shot in the chest and two of the dogs were stolen. Fisher is currently recovering in the hospital. I hope they're not mean to these dogs. These dogs are used to being pampered, of course. Entertainment Weekly confirmed through a source on Thursday that Gaga, currently in Italy prepping to shoot her new Gucci-themed movie with Ridley Scott, is offering a $500,000 reward for the dog's return, with no questions asked. I wonder if these dogs were took for ransom because they knew that she would offer up money. Why are people kidnapping these fancy-wancy dogs? To resell them? To hold them for ransom? A lot of these people that own these French bulldogs do have money. These are expensive dogs. One reason that French bulldogs are so expensive is because they can't give birth naturally. They have to have a C-section. And they're purebreds, of course. Mike, I don't think this has anything to do with politics. No, I don't think so either. Let me get this comment down off the screen. I forget to do that sometimes. Let me get this other article. This is so similar. Blows my mind. Let me find it. Here it is. I actually found this dog's owner on TikTok, and I've been following her on there, and there's been no updates. Let me get some of these daggone ads down. Oh no, it's going to want to play a video. Pause it. Okay. I think I got it paused at least. Forgot to put it on my thing. Back up. So this happened, this was posted January the 7th, 2021, updated January 8th, 2021. Police are seeking suspects who allegedly violently attacked a woman, then robbed her at gunpoint of her French bulldog as she walked the dog earlier this week in San Francisco's Russian Hill neighborhood. Around 5:50 p.m. Monday, officers initially responded to the 700 block of Hyde Street, where they located the injured victim. The 30-year-old woman said she was walking her gray French bulldog when three men approached her. One of the men then punched her multiple times in the face before brandishing a firearm and snatching the dog from her, according to police. All three men then hopped into a waiting sedan being driven by a fourth suspect and then fled, police said. The victim was taken to a hospital for her injuries, which were not life threatening. Detailed description of the suspects in their vehicle were not immediately available. It was a white vehicle, a white sedan. Okay, and here are some recent photos of Chloe, the French bulldog, just 5 months old. Still a puppy, still a baby. I hope she's okay. Okay, the victim has taken to social media to ask for help in finding her dog named Chloe, describing her as being about 5 months old, weighing 13 pounds. The victim wrote, "If you see any dog that looks like her and you're suspicious, please let us know. We'll pay a $2,000 reward, no questions asked." And he said, "Give me your dog." And then he punched me. And then he punched me again in the face. And I don't know, he took Chloe and he ran away with Chloe. And then I just started screaming. I didn't know what else to do. I screamed as loud as I could. Everyone came to the street and called the ambulance. There was this wonderful woman across the street who is an EMT who was taking care of me. My face was gushing blood. I haven't been back to my apartment since this happened. It's really emotional for me to be standing right here where it happened, the victim said. And still to this day, later on it came out, she described a white vehicle, similar to the one in the Lady Gaga incident. But still to this day, they have not found her dog or the suspects. I wonder how far San Francisco is from Hollywood. I'm not familiar with California, so the layout, so I don't know how far away it is. Okay, let me look at my chat. I have to do so much reading, I can't see my chat. Wow, definitely related in my opinion. They are so cute. I watch a lot of French bulldogs here on YouTube. I watch a lot of animal channels. But they are so vocal and they all seem so spoiled. I'm trying to think of that one I watched. Oh, Walter, the French bulldog. I love him. He throws these little tantrums. He throws little bitching fits until he gets his way. It's hilarious, though. Shooting people for dogs. Crazy Wild West in the world now. And now it's not even safe to have a purebred dog or any kind of dog and walk down the street. Used to, people was robbing people, mugging them, taking their wallets, their purses, cell phones, jewelry. Now they're taking the freaking dogs. This was a targeted attack. Someone had been watching this guy. They knew what time he walked those dogs. They'd been lying in wait for him. That's my opinion. And I do think it's connected to the San Francisco case. I really do. Something just tells me that it is. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hope you've been doing well. But anyhow. So prayers for Ryan Fisher. I'll keep following this and I'll let y'all know if there's any updates. I hope they find her dogs. Maybe if they find Lady Gaga's dogs, they can find Chloe. Because maybe it's all connected. I just got a feeling somebody's got this dog trafficking ring going on out there. I don't think it's politically motivated. I could be wrong, though. I'm good, Michelle. I'm good. I've been having a little problem with my blood pressure, and seems like I've got thyroid problems now. But other than that, I'm good. The doctor's going to get me straightened out. It's about a 5 hour drive. See, that's not too far away. Okay, and the neighborhood. Get this: the neighborhood that Chloe was stolen from is a fancy wancy neighborhood in San Francisco. And Lady Gaga's her dogs was stolen from a fancy neighborhood also. You know, if I was rich like Lady Gaga and them, I would have a big place in the country off to itself in like my own dog walking park. You know, with my own little track where you walk in a circle and my own little trails to walk on. That's what I'd be doing. Because you know, it's just not safe for them, the rich people, famous people, to be out in public and even for their dogs to be walked by a dog walker. I'm telling you, the world's gone mad, y'all. There's a lot of evil people in the world. They meant to kill that guy. Why did they shoot him for? Because he was fighting back? I mean, why did they have to shoot him? Why not just take the dogs and go? Maybe they freaked out because he fought back a little bit. Who knows? Okay. Also this morning, so prayers for him. I hope he recovers quickly. I mean, shot in the chest, that's a bad injury. Um, but anyhow, so John Gotti's brother has passed away. Everybody know who John Gotti is. What they call him? Dapper Don. He was head of the Gambino crime family, the mob boss in New York, right? Well, his brother has passed away in prison at the age of, I believe he's 81 years old. Yeah, he had been in prison for 17 years. He had been convicted in 2003 of racketeering and sentenced to 25 years in prison. Teflon Don. You know, I've watched the old John Gotti movie. I think it was probably made in the late 90s, early 2000s. I've watched it a million times. I got it on DVD. I love that movie. And then I watched the new Gotti series that starred John Travolta. I think it was on Netflix. That was good. But I always liked the older Gotti movie better. For some reason, I don't know. I always just was fascinated by John Gotti. Let me pull up a picture of his brother. Get over here to screen share it. I think he died natural causes. He had been having problems with his thyroid. Okay. Mobster Peter Gotti, the brother of notorious Gambino crime boss John Gotti, has died while serving a federal prison sentence. A person familiar with the matter told the Associated Press Thursday. Peter Gotti, 81, died of natural causes while incarcerated at the Federal Medical Center in Butner, North Carolina, said the person, who could not discuss the matter publicly and spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity. Anonymity, maybe it says that. Gotti was sentenced to a 25-year term for his conviction in 2003 of racketeering and other charges, alleging he took command of the Gambinos after his brother was locked up. He had sought an early release, citing his poor health and his rejection of the gangster life in an effort to avoid dying in prison. He served more than 17 years behind bars. John Gotti, who was known as both the Dapper Don because of his expensive suits and silvery swept back hair, and the Teflon Don after a series of acquittals, was serving a life term for racketeering and murder when he died of cancer in 2002. And John Gotti died of throat cancer. Peter Gotti had been sick for a long time, suffering from thyroid problems, and was blind in one eye, said Louis Cassman, a former mobster and close confidant of John Gotti. Cassman recalled Peter Gotti, a former sanitation worker, as a regular knock-around guy who wouldn't, or who didn't let his title go to his head. His kindness, however, made him ill-suited to lead the Gambino crime family, Cassman said. He was trying to do his brother's bidding, and he had a rough task, he said. A lot of the captains were very upset with him because he wasn't a strong boss. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can say this name. The Lashish family walked all over him. I probably didn't say that name right. Hey, the Gambino family is still in action. The mob still exists. Have you ever watched that show, Mob Wives? Sammy the Bull's daughter is on that show. And he actually he was one of John Gotti's captains. And he cooperated with the prosecution, became a rat to everybody in the world. But anyways, he saved his own hide, and he is now out of prison now. Lou Casey. Is that how you say? Thank you, Cement Shoes. Lou Casey. Mike, yes, it does. Yes, the mob is still very much a real thing. They just keep a low profile. I used to love to watch Mob Wives. I used to watch, there used to be this one I watched on there. Her name was, I think her name was Drita. Let me tell you who she reminds me of, because she's all feisty in her accent. She reminds me of Makeup Mobster from here on YouTube. She really does. She's got the same kind of accent. Oh, I loved Big Ange. Yes, rest in peace, Big Ange. I loved her. Boy, she was a firecracker, wasn't she? She's all feisty. She was one of my favorite ones on there. What was the other one's name? That was real mouthy on there, really dark hair. Her husband was in, every one of their husbands was in prison on this show. Every damn one of them. Their husbands, some of their dads was in prison too. Lady Bostrita, yes. No, it wasn't Carla. She was actually on that one show also, Reality Star. It's like a rehab place, but something like that. I can't remember her name. Renee. Thank you, Mike. Her name was Renee. God, she's got a big mouth. I just like to punch her right in the mouth sometimes. Karen is Sammy the Bull's daughter. Yes. Yeah, she gets on my nerves too. I mean, I don't know. She just acts like she's somebody because her dad killed a bunch of people. That's nothing to be proud of. It's nothing at all to be proud of. Let me just tell you. Remember when Renee's husband, he was in prison when the show first started. And then after a couple of seasons, he was out of prison. He was back in the house living with her. And then I think he was messing around with another woman. And yeah, that's another thing. All their husbands cheat on them. Every one of them. They all cheat on them. All their husbands are in prison. And most of their dads. It's crazy. That show doesn't come on anymore, I don't think. It was a good one. I watched it, though, for a long, long time. I always liked Drita. Miss Jones, I love makeup. I know she is so crafty. Makeup Monster is. She's one of those people that can do anything. She can do her makeup well. She can draw. She can decorate. She can do anything. Hey, Light Feather. I hope you're doing well this morning, hon. Everybody, please remember Light Feather in your prayers. She's been in the hospital. She's been having some health problems and her vision's not well. So y'all remember her in your prayers. And Also, remember, never lose hope in your prayers. Um, she's got a family member that's real sick right now. And Maggie J, she's one of our new channel members. She had surgery on her eyes. Remember her too. Hello, listen to the video UNCC did on John Bonet case. You guys did a wonderful job. We're going to do the John Bonet. We're going to do an episode 2 Light Feather on the John Bonet Ramsey case. We were supposed to do it tonight, but something came up Mike has to take care of. So we're going to do it tomorrow night. I've already changed it. So y'all may have to hit the reminder bell again where I had to change the time. Sometimes that messes it up. But I'll share it in a community post to remind all y'all. But we're going to be talking about, some of the suspects in the John Benet Ramsey case, such as John Mark Carr and the Santa Claus guy, the Gary Olivia guy. It's going to be a good stream. Okay, so I told y'all about Peter Gotti. Oh, yeah. Also, I want to share with y'all, they found a baby buried in a basement of an abandoned house. This happened in Canada. And they've arrested 2 people. Now, they're not saying if the people they arrested are the parents or not, but I'm assuming that they are. Let me get it pulled up. I don't have any pictures to share, so there's no use to screen share. Smokey keeps opening up my door. He must need to go out. Okay, Canadian police on Wednesday found the body of a newborn baby buried in the basement of an abandoned home in Hamilton. 2 people believed to be the baby's parents have been arrested. Nathan O'Brien, 34, Winnie Enser, 24, have been charged with criminal negligence causing death and interfering with the dead body, police said on Thursday. Freaking weirdos. Hamilton police responded to the boarded-up home in the northeast of the city just after midnight after receiving a report about a baby buried there. The tragic scenario that's gone on here, one that no police officer or individual wants to deal with, but it's the one that we are, Detective Mike Ebert said. Ebert said a forensic anthropologist was assisting in the investigation and that an autopsy would determine the cause of the death of the infant. Angela Marcy, who lived in the neighborhood, told CTV News that squatters often set up house in the abandoned building and that police have frequently been called. I'm not surprised, Marcy said. Nothing would surprise me about that house. That is so, so sad. Now, I read this morning somewhere else that it was a baby girl. Let me go glance at the other article. I don't think it says anything else. I'll just have to wait for another update before I can share any more information about it. It was a baby girl, though. I did read that. Pieces of shit. They probably killed the baby. Probably didn't die of natural causes. They tried to hide the body, that's for sure. I'm wondering who called police and tipped them off. They must have told someone. Or maybe one of the other squatters found the grave or something. Who knows? I can't find that other article, but I know what it said. It was a baby girl. People are sick, guys. They're real sick. Speaking of weirdos, there's another story I want to share with y'all. Now, this could be a Lifetime movie. These 2 weirdos was having an emotional affair, and she got him to kill her husband, her hard-working husband. Her husband she had just celebrated like a 15th wedding anniversary with. Widow had emotional affair with suspect before shooting death of her husband. He was an American Airlines executive. He was shot to death last year as the couple was walking their dog. The wife was arrested Wednesday in connection with the murder, the Dallas Morning News reports. So this happened in Texas. It says Jennifer Faith dated suspect Darren Ruben Lopez in high school and college. In the months surrounding husband James Faith's death, she and Lopez called or texted more than 14,000 times, investigators say. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. 14,000? Okay, Darren Ruben Lopez, 48, has already been charged with murder for shooting James Faith, known as Jamie, age 49, on October 9th, 2020. Authorities say that Faith's wife, 48-year-old Jennifer Faith, had been in an emotional affair with Lopez, a man she dated in high school and in college. The morning news said that a Dallas police post initially said that Jennifer Faith faced a federal charge of obstruction of justice, but that information was later removed. In its place, police said that the details are still sealed and not available for public release at this time. Lopez was arrested on January 11th at his home in Tennessee as authorities executed a search warrant where they reportedly found the gun used to kill James Faith. The shooting took place on the morning of October 9th, the day after the Faiths celebrated their 15th wedding anniversary. Jennifer Faith told police that they were just outside their home when a masked man approached from behind, aimed at her husband's head, and fired several times. Then she said he knocked her down, tried to wrap duct tape around her hands, and steal her jewelry. Police also released a photo of a black Nissan pickup truck they believed may have belonged to the killer. Investigators were led to Lopez when they found text messages on her phone to a friend discussing the full-blown emotional affair she was having with Lopez, later telling the friend she'd ended it because her husband was hurt and she just couldn't do it to him, according to an affidavit filed in the case. But those messages didn't stop. Lopez's cell phone records revealed that he and Jennifer Faith had been texting one another hundreds of times per day, more than 14,000 calls and messages between September 30th and October 30th, 2020, investigators said, according to WFAA. The messages stopped briefly around the shooting. Authorities believe Lopez made a 1,300-mile round trip between his home in Cumberland Furnace, Tennessee, and Dallas to commit the homicide. They found that his debit card history showed work done on his black Nissan truck days before the shooting, and that he was at a truck stop in West Memphis, Arkansas on October 8th, according to the affidavit. He withdrew money from an ATM at that time but didn't use the card again until he was back in Tennessee the following evening. GPS data put Lopez near the Faith's home some 5 hours before the shooting, when a motion-activated camera in their yard recorded a man in the backyard of a vacant home next door, the affidavit said. Although the image wasn't sharp, the man resembled Lopez and was wearing clothes similar to what Lopez was wearing at the Arkansas truck stop. And there was one other piece of evidence. According to Lopez's Google account, he searched for directions from his home to Faith's home. And when he returned to Tennessee, he searched for news stories about the shooting. World's dumbest criminal. One of them. I guess he's not watched the ID channel. When they conducted the search of Lopez's 20-acre property, authorities found a can of Red Bull and 2 DVDs they believe he bought at the truck stop. Let me give y'all some advice, people. If you're going to commit murder, don't be stopping at truck stops and buying DVDs and stuff, which I'm glad he did this, but God, money, it's so dumb. Okay, so they also found a flat screen television that had been shipped from Jennifer Faith's house to Lopez. Since his arrest, Lopez has been extradited to Dallas to face the murder charge. He has also been charged with a federal count of taking a gun across state lines to commit a felony. I got news for him. They got the death penalty in Texas. They'll probably seek it. This defendant allegedly gunned down an innocent man in broad daylight. Acting U.S. Attorney Prerak Shaw said last month, I hope this case makes one thing crystal clear. If you carry a gun across state lines in order to commit violence, you will be subject to federal prosecution. Lopez is being held on a $1 million bond. I'm just wondering if they had kids together. How could she do that to the man she'd been married to for 15 years? I just don't understand these people that kill their spouses and stuff. It seems like after a lot of these cases, it's like they've been married like 15 to 20 years. Why not just get a divorce? You would have to have hatred in your heart for your spouse to be married to them for that long and plot their murder. Be married to them for any amount of time and plot their murder. You'd have to have hatred in your heart for them. Don't people know what divorce is? She's dumb too. She gonna get her lover, her high school sweetheart, to kill her husband. But before he does it, she ships him a TV. And then the dummy tells a friend all about her emotional affair with him. And that's how she first got on the radar of police. They found a message to one of her friends talking about the affair. So they started digging even further. Yes, CC has to be hatred. Yeah, you got to be pure evil to do something like that. Somebody that, especially somebody that's been good to you and provided a good life. Of course, you shouldn't plot to kill anyone, but y'all know what I mean. He worked at American Airlines, seemed to have a good job. Why didn't she just divorce him if she wanted to be with this Lopez guy? She could have divorced him and moved to Tennessee. Now her ass is cuffed and stuffed, and she probably is never getting out. She'll probably be convicted. Anyone heard about the FBI investigating Marilyn Manson? Yes. The FBI has interviewed some of his alleged victims, cement shoes. And if they can prove anything, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. It seemed like Marilyn Manson abused the women that he dated. He would abuse his fans, allegedly. Let me say allegedly. Nothing's been proven. And abuse people that worked for him. That's what's been said. One incident I read about, he actually, I think he had drugged her, and he peed on her while she was passed out. One of them accused him of burning her pubic hair with a cigarette lighter. Hey, lady, what is it, baby? Uh-oh. I'm going to have to be getting off here, guys. My ladybug's summoning me. She's wanting to go out and potty. Hold on just a minute. I found him to be a creeper. Yeah, I never knew that he was such a weirdo. Like, I know his appearance looks weird. I always just thought that was just, just a persona, I guess, put out to the public, like a character that he played or something. But I never knew that people had made accusations against him about him abusing them. I never knew that until it made headlines, and Cement Shoes kept mentioning it in the chat. Hey, Sunnyside, about Miss Jen. And then I started reading up on him, and people's been accusing him of abuse for 20 years or more, for a long time. And it's just being swept under the rug. Now, one of the ladies that he dated, I think it was the actress from Game of Thrones. I can't remember. She actually had people to verify, her story, to verify, hey, yeah, back when she dated Marilyn Manson, she showed me bruises that he had put on her, so she had someone to back up her story. And I did believe what I was reading, what she was saying. I think it's our blonde to get that bill passed, and it's not a good one. What bill? Thank you for another fun stream, Cece. I think I'm a little boring on here sometimes, guys. Uh, I just do my topics and ramble on. I'm sorry if I'm boring. I mean, crap. I just don't want to talk about the drama that goes on here. I mean, I guess we could, but I don't know. I just like to stay in my own lane, you know. So I guess I am a little boring, but oh well. I'm just me. Well, hold on, lady. For shock value, his persona. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Manson. What is it, lady? You need to go potty, baby? You need to go pee pee? Is that it? Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to get off here. Lady is squirming around here and she is dying to go out and potty. Y'all have a wonderful day. Um, I will see y'all tomorrow night. Mike and I, we're going to be talking about the John Benet Ramsey case. If nothing happens, if nothing comes up, we will be live tomorrow night. I think I got it set for 8:30 p.m. Anyways, I love y'all. Thanks for your support. Be safe. Be kind. In peace. I'm coming later.